Greetings everyone. I want you all to listen to this clip and give me your opinion or form your opinion of this person who is talking, because I am going to be giving my opinion and telling what I think about what he's trying to do.
Usain Bolt, the world's fastest man. What do you think the likelihood is he's used illegal performance-enhancing drugs?
Let me put that in context. So do I think that he could have broken the world record without using drugs? If he has ever used drugs, the answer is probably yes. But anytime you're going from 979, down to 58, this is, a couple meters here, it's suspicious.
So people, having listened, right? I'm sure that no one is surprised after listening to what this man has to say, because once a black man rise, especially if you are from a poor country, they find a way to discredit you and to tear you down. That is how most black people who rise are treated. This man is telling the world that he is not convinced that Usain Bolt genuinely outperformed the other athletes who he had competed with to win all of his gold medals, people. Now, can you imagine what this man is saying? This man is obviously delusional. Because, people, I don't see how Jamaican athletes can ever use performance enhancement drugs and don't get caught. Look at how small Jamaica is, and we are competing against the richest and some of the biggest countries in the world, and we are coming out on top. So there's no way Jamaicans can use drugs and don't get caught.
The Jamaicans got gold, silver, and bronze in the female 100 meters. When was the last time that one small country won all three medals? So that's highly suspicious. And then you look at the other aspects and all these other athletes. It's all suspicious, not to target Asafa Powell or these other guys, but the former world record holder was from Jamaica. And all of a sudden, here's these athletes that are just, bam, the whole history. Yes, they've always had great athletes and great sprinters, but not this many.
We know exactly what this man is trying to do to Jamaica. He is blatantly discrediting the natural talent that Jamaicans are born with. But it doesn't matter what he or his friends have to say. Yes, Jamaica, we are small, but we always stand out wherever we go, and you have to give us our respect.
How does testing in poor countries that compete in the Olympics compared to the testing of wealthier nations?
It's easier in a small country.
It's easier to do drug testing or to cheat?
In this specific Caribbean country, that they had people that worked in connection with security and the airport, and by the time a tester would show up and the name would show up on the manifest, the testers could, even when they did rarely go, could get their keys in the rent-a-car and get to the facility that the athlete's down a dirt path somewhere. He's not there to be found.
So somebody at the airport would tip off the athlete?
The answer is yes.
This man who is clearly out of it is willing to go as far as to say, so a small, poor country like Jamaica is able to pay off people to prevent the athletes from being tested. That doesn't make any sense to me, because Jamaica does not have that resource. I'm also wondering if this man really live in the real world. Jamaican athletes do the most drug tests, especially our top athletes are always doing drug tests right through. So I don't know what this man is talking about, but whatever he's getting at, sir, don't mix up our country in your corruption.
Let's talk about what I do know about Jamaica for a minute. Without naming names, because this person is continuing to be competitive. They were there and trained there on a daily basis for 6 months, side by side with Usain Bolt. This person never saw a single tester there. They weren't tested. They didn't see anybody else tested. It's a small island. They basically train at the same facility. They work out, a lot of them, at the same weight training facility. They never saw any testing or heard about any testing whatsoever for 6 months. At the stadium, the drug collection facility, when they went and they looked at it and they opened it up, it was an absolutely filthy, dirty closet with boxes piled up with dirt everywhere. This was the supposed specimen collection facility where they collected the samples there at the stadium.
For Jamaica?
For Jamaica. I mean, they don't have, it's like this is where you give samples and collect samples. The person that told me this was there and had interviewed Usain Bolt and went and said, I'd like to see the facility. And this is what they found, was basically a little storage room.
Well, people, it's obvious that this person is really feeling hurt because of how successful Jamaican athletes have been over the years. All of these allegations that he's making now, if he and his friends knew that these things were happening all along, don't you think that they would have come out and did something about it? Nobody's going to protect Jamaica because Jamaica is a very small country. Jamaica is not a rich country, so why would they want to protect Jamaica? At first, he was saying that what he knows about Jamaica, and then he's talking about what somebody else told him, which can be a lie also. Not factual. It does not mean it is true because it was said to him, basically. And people, over the years, Jamaican athletes have been performing well. They have been doing well, but other countries, which is superior with money, has always been outshining Jamaican athletes because Jamaican athletes were not on drugs, and those other athletes might have been on drugs back then, but there was not much way of proving it. But now, since the anti-doping system is put in place, Jamaican athletes are given a fair chance now, and this is the reason why we are outshining them, because Jamaican athletes from way back in the days have been doing well, have always been doing well, and was competing with persons who are suspected to be on drugs.
God, watch your God.